It happens.
Oh boy, this will play right into Casey's next.
Yeah. So there's a
I love a good segue.
There's a little tradition here in the southwest part of the county on Wednesday nights after harvest where some lads will get together and lassies will get together,
Really?
play up and down the field.
There's females?
We've had a few throughout the years, yeah.
How do you do shirts and skins?
You don't. You're just shirts.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's on the same team. Participation trophy.
No,
No,
that's not
Dave,
what
that
it's
doesn't have
saying.
anything to do with anything right now. Hey, stay locked in. You've
Got
done
it.
well so far.
Got it.
But so it starts, and then you go down to the Hall Legion afterwards and have a few beers, and then you wake up the next morning and you can't walk, which has been my problem.
Yeah.
So the last
And
couple
my
of years,
knees, right?
Yeah.
Casey always say, God dang, my knees are tight.
stiff, yeah. So my topic, because this is my thing right now, is do you feel older or younger than your age? And I guess I preface this with the fact of the matter is I sometimes really don't feel like I'm 36. Like I feel like I'm younger. Like I feel good. Things are going great. Like no qualms with where I'm at in life. And then there's like Thursday mornings where I'll wake up after playing basketball and I'm afraid to step my feet out of bed because I know I'm going to gimp to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And so do you guys ever have that conversation where you're like, I'm 36, Dave's 45, but, obviously he's going to, feel older, but you're like, I feel like I'm 60.
It depends on what we do at work. Like if we're doing a lot of truck driving.
Or a lot of shovel leaning?
No. Like if we're doing a lot of hauling or truck driving or, doing a lot of material, like if we're not on our feet a lot.
Yeah.
And then like you do that for 2 or 3 days and then like you just jump right back into, shoveling your ass like asphalt or pouring concrete or something like that. When you come home that day, the morning after, you're like, son of a buck, I feel like I got hit by a truck. So yeah, I think it just depends. But like now with leaf season, my first day on a leaf truck, come home, I can't hardly put my feet on the ground because I'm
Will they let you wear walking shoes when you do that?
morbidly obese and, obviously wicked out of shape. But then like today I did it and I was, completely fine.
I used to not like think cold weather bothered me.
Oh boy.
But now like it's to the point where the weather starts changing.
Yeah.
And it's brutal because like
I have 5 knee surgeries and I can feel the weather change in my left leg. Like that's when I know shit's going to get funky.
I can feel it in my right big toe.
Really?
Because when I was in law school, a 45-pound plate.
You stubbed it on the printer paper ream.
No, a 45-pound plate dropped on said toe in the weight room
Golly.
at the athletic club I worked out at. Oh, I thought you might have had a comment for that.
No.
Oh, okay. So I can feel it in my right big toe.
No, see, I don't feel older than I am. Now, on a night when there's no podcast, pardon me, I've got some of the beer, the carbonated beer from the keg here.
Are you a little too turned up there?
No, I think I got to settle out. It's just a lot. Now, on a night when there's no podcast or no Dutchman party, I like to be in bed by 7:15, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
You go to bed that early?
Jenna won't let me most of the time, but if I can, I will.
Jesus. I don't go to bed for another 4 hours after that.
Now, but on a night where you turn up the volume and you're like, hey, Smoke Dog, we're going to have a shindig, I will throw down.
I'm pretty sure you could have put a saddle on that son of a bitch.
Big old bastard.
Yeah.
But I like, so since I quit smoking back there 7 years ago, whatever it was, from a couple pack a day plus to nothing, like I don't get hangovers anymore. I mean, I'll feel like groggy, like, oh man, this is rough. But since I like to go to bed early and can a lot because there's kids to pick up at all hours of the night, like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, you're picking kids up. You're groggy on those days too. So I think I feel younger than my age on a drinking night. But some days when I'm like, man, I'm ready for bed. The sun's up and wheel hadn't even come on yet. Like, then I feel a little older than my age.
He just made a Wheel of Fortune reference.
Yeah, that's what that was.
The sun's up and wheel isn't even on.
So you love it with the time change now because it's pitch black by 6:15. You get your little jams on and you kind of snuggle under the covers.
Well, I'm a sleep in my boxer briefs type of guy. But yeah,
That's
as soon
wild.
as I get home, I kick it all off and just wait for the sun to start setting. And I find a reason to. I've been reading lately.
Oh,
So I'll go in and read a little bit of Call of the Wild or something.
yeah.
Have you read The Hatchet yet?
That's the next. Actually, that's gonna be the next one. I seen a post about it and I recognized the cover. I think maybe I was assigned that book to read in middle school.
And
Sometime.
you never read it.
I didn't do great in grades.
Who's the singer? Who wrote it? You know
Gary Paulson.
that
I
a
think.
baby.
Gary's got some bangers there. Yeah, I just because it's when I talk to old Papa Frank, he's there in years, and
I bet Papa Frank would be down to have a few brewskis if it wasn't a real wild shindig. I feel like.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was out there on Saturday night. He had a few
For sure.
beers.
But I bet he'd have a good story or two to tell. He just seems like he's one to let everybody else make their noise.
I bet there's a lot of stories out there.
Papa Frank play poker?
Nope.
Nope.
Papa Frank's not a gambler. He knows how hard he had to work to make that money.
Well, solitaire maybe.
He probably plays. Yeah, he plays some solitaire.
Do you feel older or younger than your age?
I think I answered that about as clear as I could.
Yeah,
Both.
it is what it is.
Again, huh?
I'll be damned.
I don't know.
I feel as if sometimes I feel older than balls. Probably more so than I would ever feel younger. And I think now I know the internet's going to love this, but I know it's directly attributed to my
Girth.
obesity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I could drop about 2 bills, I could probably, I'd probably feel a little bit more more spry.
And coming back to this, the week before fall break, we went to that swampland. Busy week, unable to work out. Didn't work out that week of fall break, obviously. And then I walked a lot the week before because, trying to get that shellfish and, because I had my physical with Doc Flamion on that Friday. But I told Janelle, like, when I don't lift for a while, like, I get stiff as a board and it makes it even worse. Mm-hmm. And so, like, this week I got back in the weight room, which I've got a wild story. Maybe we'll make it
Sounds
a
like
topic.
an off-air one.
It's on it. It could be on there.
Okay.
But like getting back into movement and doing that loosens me up so much more. But like I get stiff in all the places: hips, knees, ankles, feet. I'm starting to figure out I got feet problems.
I got high arches, and I carry a lot of weight to have such high arches on such
Yeah, that's kind
feminine
of surprising.
bitch shins.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty high arches.
Well, you really are. Like if somebody just saw you from waist below,
down.
they would think you're like a buck 35.
I was
buck
actually
40.
thinking before anybody got here tonight, like, back in the day, before my second year at college, I was a Wranglers and cowboy hat guy and button-up shirt. Like,
Are you gonna go back to it?
I've been missing a cowboy hat a little bit.
Now, can you pull off the cowboy hat with a ponytail?
No, but I could pull off a cowboy hat with long hair.
Oh, okay.
I've been listening to a lot of David Allan Coe lately, and he sings a song about how he's got a dead flamingo wrapped around this cowboy hat he wears. Mm-hmm. And I've been really kind of wanting...
A dead flamingo?
Well, no, a guy at work's wife's a taxidermist. I feel like I could probably hit a turkey vulture with the truck and get it wrapped around a hat.
Turkey vultures are pretty good size.
Yeah, I'm a big guy.
You have to have a big hat.
Well,
your
I
head
got a
that?
little head.
I was gonna say you don't have a very big head.
My back popped again. Did you hear it?
No,
Oh, I heard it. But it's because it's
That's
inside
wild.
my body.
that's crazy. Oh, boy.